This is Hardy Brute, and today I'll be playing Brawl to the West. This game plays similarly to Backpack Battles, where you set up your team, you set up your summons, and you let them battle it out. So let's see what happens. This character gives you one free refresh. The Fish Maiden. Randomly devour a shop character and gain their stats. Let's go with this, that's just free stats. So you can see her stats, attack and life. She will devour one of these two characters at the end of the shop phase. You can buy items in the shop. Each one costs 3 coins, as the characters themselves cost 4 and 9 coins, I believe. You get a fixed amount of gold each round. It does not roll over round from round, but it also slowly increases. At the end of the turn, she devoured somebody in the shop. The first few fights are pretty easy. They're kind of gimmies. But after fight 5 or 6, if you don't have a build, you're just going to start losing 6 times in a row and just lose. So now we have 4 gold a turn. Each character has specific abilities. This one will give you a random character. This one gives you a Z, an item, when you buy him. Items are based on your level. So they're all level 1, and they're not really game breaking right now. The egg is a pretty good item to buy early on, because you spend 3 gold and you can sell it in later rounds for 2 gold. We can't afford either of these characters, but one of them scales off of selling items, and the other one scales off of attacking. So let's buy the egg for now. And she's going to devour one of those 2 people anyways. So when you sell the egg, there's a chicken inside, which you can also sell for 1 gold. And we're currently equipped with a sword that gives us more health every time we attack. But in most cases, you only attack 2 or 3 times in a fight, or you one-shot them. So she gained 2 health that fight, which is kind of strong early on, but when you're only scaling 1 to 10 per fight, it's not a lot. It's not the big gains we really want. So this also scales off of selling items. Do they have consumables as well? When purchased, give 1 to 4 gold. Why don't we buy this guy? He costs 3 gold. And we got 3 gold back. But we also got the character himself, which will sell for 1 gold. So technically we made money. She is guaranteed to eat this guy though, the 3-3. If you don't spend all your gold, you get 2 gold. This turtle has a one-time effect of giving you XP when you buy him. Yeah, so might as well buy him. Increase our level a little bit faster. There's monsters and summons just like the chicken, but they don't enter the battlefield unless you have specific items or characters that say they enter at the start or they enter when your character dies. So this character is actually the same as us. Our scaling is almost the same. We ended up winning because we had that extra character. So that was fight 3 of 10. When you pick your starting character, you get locked into certain types of clans, characters, and items that you find. So there's more pets. A lot of the pets also produce items for you to sell. The +1/+1 on refresh is pretty good for us. I believe the Devourer is a refresh build. But I'd rather get items up front. Like another turtle that gives us XP. Because I think there's quite a bit of items we want at level 3. That way, the sooner we get them, the better. There's quite a few items that say devour, when you devour this and this happens. There's also items that say when you consume, when you refresh, when you sell, when characters die. There's all sorts of things. Like this piglet who's going to devour a random shop item and gain its stats. But it has the growth term, which means it happens at the start of the shop, and it happens only once. And he's also going to eat one of our items. So early on, that's actually just going to hurt us, because we see less items. So that's the level 1 pig, but the level 3 pig I think is quite a bit better, and that's what I'm looking for. That was fight 4, and the fights are going to start ramping up quite a bit. So both of these characters, this one gives a flower pot, which makes growth activate twice, and this one gives items that increase the shop characters. I really like the walk as an item. It gives you stir-fried meat, which gives you stats equal to the levels of your pets. So we got 2 level 2s and 1 level 1. So one character will get +5/+5 for free, which is pretty strong. This is also one of the best trees we can get for the build. It gives you a devouring fruit. So one character will eat an item in the shop each round and steal its stats. So now we have 2 things that say devour, but we don't have anything that triggers on devour. And I think the stir fry itself is just a good item, so that's why I picked it. So let's look at the other Fish Maiden. So our stats are quite a bit higher than hers. Sometimes the computer outclasses you, and you just never come back from it. Because each round, even on a tie, You are scaling, they are scaling, and they just scale so much faster than you. So we can give the stir fry to our fish maiden. Gets +5/+5. Your next refresh is free. Add a free fruit to the shop. Summon a monster above. Right now our monsters don't really scale, they're just the 5/5, they're just kind of generic. Make a shop character cost 3. This one will give you 3 XP when you purchase him. That's actually pretty good for us. Seeing items level 3 and 4. I'm sure something in there will help us. So now we have 2 gold, which was kind of awkward. Can make her devour an item. We can always sell one of our monsters to buy an item if we really need to. And we might as well buy one of these 2 pets at the bottom. It's better than the chicken. And this pig will produce fertilizer each turn. So it'll give us something to sell too. He's also level 2, so he'll make the stir fry. Give +1 more, so +6/+6 per each turn. And now I don't have enough free spots for my tree to produce its fruit, so I messed up there. But that's fine, that's just 1 round. And her scaling is almost as good as ours. She had more damage, I had more life, but they're almost the same. So she's catching up. And the fruit got replaced, that's good. I didn't really care about the fertilizer. So let's feed her the +6/+6. There are sour plums in the shop. And the level 2 version of the plum, which gives you double the stats of the devoured items level. So there's the wolf girl. They gain their stats when purchased, and he automatically eats fruits from the backpack. So there's definitely a consuming fruit build. We got another walk, let's go. There's definitely quite a few different builds you can try out to see if they work. There's a selling build, a buying build. Oh, and this is exactly what we wanted, the level 3 pig. When the shop refreshes, he devours the food within it, and he gets +3/+3 per food devoured, which is pretty huge. So now that my pet can scale every time we refresh the shop, we don't actually have a mechanic to put him in the fight yet, but just the fact that he's going to be scaling all on his own is really good. And she ate the level 3 item and gained +3 stats. This is the other item I really wanted. I'm going to sell my turtles for it. So whenever a devouring occurs, the character gets +1/+1, so she devours, the pig devours, and that fruit from our tree is also going to devour. So she's going to get +3/+3 free every single turn, at least. Depends on if the pig eats more. If he's a hungry boy. So now you can see the build sort of coming together. I would like to replace her weapon. I would like to get 2 more of those devouring hats. And some more of those trees too would be really good. These guys have a lot of stats. Ooh, we got destroyed there. So that was our first loss. And the other thing we're looking for is some heroes that have abilities that would actually help us. Because we bought 2 heroes that gave us money and XP. Shows items +1 level, that's okay. Other allies gain their stats when purchased. That's also okay. They're better than what we have, but they're not good enough to spend your entire gold on. He'll give you 3 random heroes, she gives you a random helmet and a weapon. And this item scales off of food. That one scales off the different types of items you have. You can tell with the little symbol in the top right corner on an item whether it's a hat or it's a weapon. We could also buy another level 3 pig, but I don't think they can both devour items. This is actually really good for us. Summon the first monster in your backpack. Preparation, so it does it at the start of the turn. So she will give us a way to summon the pig. So let's get rid of the money boy. And for us, it doesn't really matter if she dies. She already served her purpose. Because she's going to summon our pig, who actually hasn't devoured anything yet. And there's his first devour, +3/+3. But she'll at least summon the pig. And if she dies, that's a-okay. There's also summon items, hats and weapons. But the fact that it's her passive means that she can wear a different hat or weapon. So I have 3 gold. I could buy 1 more item, or I could just refresh and hope that our pig consumes even more. You can gain a pearl. Pearls transform your character into a random character, so it's definitely a transform build too. And he consumed again, nice. 12/12, he's definitely stronger than her now. And 1 more, ooh. And he got devoured back to back to back. So he's at 15/15 now. Our stir fry with our 1 pig only gives us +3/+3 now, but it's still free stats. And we're getting 2 stir fries a turn. And look at these guys' stats. 40, 42, 25, 25. Our fish maiden barely lived there for the last hit. If she couldn't have survived that last hit, we would have lost. Ooh, and this is the item I really, really wanted. So when you devour occurs, your shop has a 50% chance to refresh. And the pig devours the fruit in the shop, so the pig can trigger the refresh all on its own, which gives her stats, gives the pig stats, and it can refresh. I don't think it can go infinite, but it can go quite a number of times. So, get a random unit, get a free refresh. I don't really care too much about either of those. The units have to be really good to spend that amount of money on them. And right there is the first time it triggered. So the pig ate 3 things, the shop refreshed, and we only spent 1 coin. This second hero is kind of interesting. He's going to kill the first monster in your backpack and turn it into stats, but that would definitely destroy our build. Our pig is just starting to scale. And none of these items really help us. This character will give you XP, and this one will double the growth effect. We don't really have a lot of growth effects. This is another option with the Devour build. The characters in the shop are +3/+3 stronger, so she's going to scale +3/+3 more each round. But how it is right now is our pig will scale possibly +3/+3 or more just for 1 gold. So even then, I'm not sure it's worth the 5 gold up front. He already scaled to 30/30. We found a third walk, so that means one character is going to get +9/+9 per round, which is going to be huge. And if we ever get, we have space for 1 animal, so if we ever get more animals too, it's just going to make the stir fry even better. I'm going to save the sword. We can sell it next turn for 1 more gold. Ooh, and we're fighting the fish maid again. Let's see how big her stats are. 60/60 and ours is 70/90. We're quite a bit stronger. Yeah, we destroyed the fish maiden. She caught up, but then we just kind of exploded upwards after that. And our pig is the fastest scaling thing we have right now. He was 15/15 last turn, now he's 30/30. This bone chopper has the same effect as that hero we saw earlier, so he's going to murder our pig, which I don't really want to happen. I think having the stats spread out is better, and we scale this way. It is unfortunate that the stir fry isn't a devour mechanic, but it's just so good. The golden egg chicken is also a really good item, because you buy it. The golden chicken is also a very good item. It produces a golden egg, which you can sell 3 times for 3 gold. But unfortunately, we don't have enough space for the chicken. Because we produce stir fry, we produce fruit, we produce the egg, and the chicken also takes up a spot. And Madam Cow, she'll double the first food you eat. This guy will give you a fruit tree eventually. We really need more hats, and more trees, more of the items we already have. Picks you. When allies eat food, this character gains +1/+1. The pig eats a lot of food, but I don't know if the pig is considered an ally. He's an item, and a monster, and a pet, so spending 7 gold on a gamble is not worth it. Especially when we have spent 1 gold, and our pig just got +6/+6. So none of these items. We found a second pig, but that doesn't really help us. Gain stats equal to your current level, so she'd get +4/+4 each round. That sounds pretty weak. You can gain 1 life when you purchase that guy. That's interesting. There you go, pig. Scale, pig. This is another summon your highest attack a monster. So if we ever get 2 monsters, it'd be pretty easy to summon it, because we have 1 free spot right now. This guy feeds random items to a character, and this one heals them. Ooh, there was the tree. Oh, but we couldn't buy it because the shop refreshed. We can turn our pet into meat. I get their free refresh. But that's basically 1 coin. Ooh, we found another drum. So items can stack up to ×3 in 1 spot. So now we have a 50% chance and another 50% chance. So is that a guaranteed reroll now? You don't roll food every single time though. Add a fruit tree, get the regrowth. So this should roll. It's going to roll again. It looks like it's a guaranteed roll every time now. That is wild. He's at 81/81. He started at 30/30. She is at 100 and 118. The pig is catching up. I think he's going to overtake her. Because her scaling is just a little bit at the end of the round. And she only gets +1 compared to the pig, which gets +3. Our pig destroyed their fish maiden. We are outclassing their fish maiden by a lot. And we got one more fight left. It is unfortunate that the only person scaling is our fish maiden and our pig. But we never found any more Devourer hats. And they're scaling a decent amount each round. When allies eat food, gain an additional item. That's interesting. So the first item you buy, it'll double it. That is the wine barrel. Each shop refresh gives you +1/+1. That's actually pretty strong, since we're just refreshing all the time. It's going to cost us almost our entire money, but at least our other character will start to scale as well. So now she's scaling every single time the pig rolls. We finally got another plum tree. We're out of money. We only have 2 gold now. I'm gonna sell the food. I'm gonna buy the plum tree. I don't think there's a way to separate a stack, so I have to sell the entire amount of food. Even though I only wanted 1 gold. But it does give us gold for rerolls. And none of these items. The pig ate 3 things there. So now he's at 102, 102, and he started at 81, 81. And she scaled a little bit. And let's see if this is the end. What are their stats like? 123, they're pretty strong. Ooh, they got their own pig. And their pig destroyed us. We lost, but not by a lot right there. We still have 3 chances, and our team has quite a bit of ways to scale. So I feel like we have a pretty good shot of actually winning. When selling a character, shop characters permanently gain +1/+1. We really could have made the shop characters extremely strong. But she only devours once per turn. Wow, pig. That was like 10 in a row. My pig scaled so much. We got another plum tree. This could be the last fight, so it may not matter. So I'm just going to keep on rolling. We have 2 characters that scale off of rolls, and 1 that scales only off of devouring. My god, my pig is getting huge. He finally did it. He beat her. He beat the fish maiden. And he's still scaling. And we're only at 6 gold too. We have a lot more rerolls. Is he going to break 200? I'd like to get another monster for the summoning hats and to boost the stir fry as well. But for right now, I think I'm going to buy the golden chicken just to give the stir fry to our other characters so her stats get boosted a little bit more. And I can't keep the golden chicken because his egg's not going to fit. But we got 1 more reroll. Come on, pig, you can do it. Wow. It just keeps on going. That was another huge roll. My god, pig. What is this? 171, 171? Each item devoured this game gains +2/+2. The level 5 boar. That's also perfect for our team. I hope we lose next fight just so I can add that pig to the team. Our pig started at 102, 102, and I was at 201, 204. Wow, he got a buffer right there at the end. We're against the monkey team. His stats are pretty similar to ours. Our pig is stronger than their pig, though. Ooh, they killed each other, though. They must be the food build. Since our pig eats food. Nice, we made it. And our max stat was 204 to 204, and that was our pig. That was classic challenge mode against the computer. There's also player versus player with ranks. But I think the classic mode is best for when you're trying to learn the game. So that was Brawl to the West. I hope you enjoyed. Later.